All right, hey, it's John, and this week we're putting in this plastic tote box thing for the fender on the Ranger Raptor. Ford screwed up big time. We had to drill out bolts, use an extractor. It was a total nightmare. It should have been a 5-minute job. Literally, it's like a 5-minute job to do this. With the broken bolts and the extractor, it took, I don't know, 2 hours maybe. Stay tuned and go wheel. This was supposed to be like a 5-minute job. You're just supposed to loosen up the T40 Torx on these guys and basically install this little bracket right here. So install this little bracket, loosen up and take off these two T40s and these two T40s. This is the only one that came out, and that was the only one that seemed to have no red Loctite. First, the Torx part of the bolt heads like just broke into pieces on the inside. So then I had to drill them out and use an extractor, and here we are, and it's been a total nightmare. So my 5-minute, 10-minute project has probably been, luckily I have a snap-on extractor set, tons and tons of drill bits. I tried some hex head stuff and some T45s after the bolts broke off internally. So they're using a combination of really cheap, crappy quality bolts, and they're also red Loctiting them in there, which none of those things probably need to be happening. They should use a quality bolt. They shouldn't be using Torx. They should be using hex, just a regular 6-point hex head. It's been such a nightmare. I love how I started off this video saying it was going to be a quick video, like a 5-minute video, and here we are, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours in. I lost track of time. I'll see when I'm done with the video, I guess. I got to vacuum all this up right now, and then I got to determine what thread pitch the one good bolt is. One of them came out, and it seems like the only reason this one came out is it seems like it wasn't red Loctited, and the rest of them were. I'm sure it's a metric M8 by 1 1/4 by looking at it, but I'm just guessing. Yeah, you can see the 8.8 on there, so you know it's metric. I could already tell it was metric just by looking at it, though. That's not standard thread pitch, but yeah, what a pain in the butt, dude. So yeah, Ford screwed up big time. I kind of hate Ford right now. This has turned in, they like, my concern is now for any other bolts on the rig, did they use these poor quality bolts where the Torx just breaks off inside? I don't know. All right, so this thing looks like super easy to install. I was just looking at the instructions. Let me grab a flashlight. Comes with, I bought this on Black Friday, 25% off from the Ford Performance website or whatever. Comes with a chinga here, little tray, which is adorable. I figured having some kind of lockable storage in the bed would be nice for holding like straps. Who knows what else, maybe a bottle jack or something. Looks like it just drops in right here. I'm gonna open this stuff up real quick. Basically, you have a couple parts that better be in there. 13 mil hex screws. You need a T40 Torx and a 13 mil 3/8 drive ratchet. There's 2 holes right here that they're calling out, which are right there. I thought we had to remove the tail lights. Thank God, there's already 2 tapped nuts there. Truck bed, whatever. Yeah, get this thing lined up. Basically, you're taking off your little tie-down straps, and this is going to replace it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You could probably read the instructions, but I'm trying to record everything I do on the Raptor. This guy just drops in there. It's got a cool little latch gizmo thing, and some kind of tether. I don't know what that means. Oh, maybe to keep it from like overextending. Okay, so let's like try to cut this open maybe. Oh yeah, these are coming on soon. I gotta paint these, but these are the Hot Metal Fab frame mounted Ranger Raptor rock sliders. Those will come soon enough. I'm just gonna kneel down on the ground. There we go. What is that? Rubber band. Give you some stuff. Okay, so here's a little bracket gizmo. Little clampy clamp guy. A little disappointing. This thing's all plastic, so I don't see that lasting forever, but they make it bolt on, so already a little disappointed that that's not like a metal clamp. They give you 2 little 13 mil screws in the bag, and here's your clampy gizmo, little chinga. that keeps it from overextending, and then this thing bolts on with those two guys. This looks like this will take like 10 minutes, so I'm stoked, because the last big video project we just did was like 3.5 days, swapping in a Dana 44 front into my buddy's Jeep Cherokee, which that video either already came out when this airs, you should watch it if you haven't, or it hasn't come out yet, which means you should watch it if you haven't. I'm just gonna like throw this stuff in the bed for now. And I know we need a T40, so T50, T45, T40, yay. Let's grab that guy, maybe grab this guy. For stuff that is more difficult, we'll use this guy. I don't know if we'll need this chinga. And then we need a 13 mil. Grab that, I guess. Dude, I'm stoked. Finally get to do something easy on a rig for the first time, and I wonder if this will go down without hitting the door. Shit. Oh my God, it barely clears. It clears by like an inch. I'm gonna move the truck forward, so bear with me for a second. This looks like this will be really quick, thank God. So yeah, chinga's right here. Okay. So they kind of bed line over these, which sucks. They should have taped these off or something. Oh well, it looks like they taped that off or something. Let's just see what happens. Want this guy to face back. Sure, it's raining really hard, so I'm sorry. It's been storming. Come on, buddy. Where's the 13 mil? Let's see if this thing comes off. Oh, dude. Oh, shit. It's like stripping it pretty good. Oh, I think they did like tape these off. I think they did. Oh man. Oh, they're a bitch though. Oh, it's stripping out. This sucks. Oh, it's stripping out. Oh, dude, what a bad design. They did. I don't know if that's the bed liner coming off or if that's coated in something. Oh, at least I got it going. Okay. Let's try this one next. Wow, this is, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's coated in anything. I think it's just the bed liners coming off. Come on, dude. Come on, bro, Chacho. Come on, you dirtbag. Of course they. See if, I don't know, if this other one, that's not T45. was hoping maybe they were wrong. All right. Let's see if that helps. Wow. They're just spinning? Oh, dude, that one's stripped out. Yeah, Ford's a bunch of douchebags for this one. The T40s are just, it's like cheap. I mean, part of it is, yeah, it's got the bed liner in there, but part of it is they feel like cheap bolts. Like, that shouldn't have stripped out. I love how I was stoked for a 10-minute project, and now it's going to be like extracting a broken bolt project. Oh my God, this one won't even turn. It feels like, to me, like they red Loctited these. I mean, like they really won't budge at all. Oh my God. Wow, that one just stripped on me too. Oh, dude, that one just stripped out. The metal is just breaking off inside there. Like, these are that cheap. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, what the fuck? I mean, I'm using a long-handled ratchet. The metal is literally, I can see the metal on the bolts, like, breaking off inside the bolt. Oh, yeah, it's stripped out, too. That one, too. Wow. So, Ford is using really low quality, poor quality bolts right here because those both just stripped out with the T40 on a long handle ratchet going slow and steady. Let's try this one. And I'm, you know, giving the love tap with the sledge to make sure it like seats in there with the, it's like it hits a point. It feels like it's red Loctited or something, and it's hitting a point where it doesn't want to turn. And then instead of turning the bolt itself just breaks apart and strips out. And I've been taking Torx bolts off Cherokees for 20-something years, and I don't think I've stripped out almost any, even like some of the worst, most rusted, stuck bolts. And this, like I said, this is a long handle ratchet. I'm getting a good connection on it. Like, I want to heat these bolts up for Loctite, but I don't know if heating up the bed liner is gonna like melt all the bed liner. I don't know if the bed liner is like toxic to burn, so I'm kind of like reluctant to hit it with a torch. Like, if there was no bed liner here, I'd be hitting this with a torch right now to loosen. If there is red Loctite, it'd be loosening up these bolts. Yeah, it's like you don't want to. Oh yeah, look at, there it is. Yep, that one just did it too. So, oh God. All of these, I've never seen this. The bolts are crumbling. Like, literally, it's like cheap metal. The bolts are just crumbling apart as soon as the load gets anything past like a very light, like torque spec. Like, I'm not going that hard on these. Like, I'm actually kind of, at this point, I'm going to get to the point where they start to screw up, and then I'm going to hit it with the impact and see if that, see, they start turning, and then they hit a point where they're unhappy, and then they just break. It's like right about, you can hear it. I feel like that sounded like the weld nut broke off in there. Like if there's a rib nut or a weld nut, it sounded like it just snapped off. Oh yeah. Do you hear that? I mean, they don't mention using a torch or Loctite on the instructions. What's this one? 3? Okay, I'm not gonna use that, I guess. It's very unhappy. Oh wow, what? Oh God, it's so cheap. They just over torque them. I don't think there's any Loctite on them. I don't see any blue or red. It's a gray dust. Oh, dude. I'm being punished for something I did in a past life. Snapping off a bunch of brand new Torx on a brand new truck really sucks. Yeah, look at that. I might be able to hammer a T45 in there. Oh, dude. It's like rounded. It's just cheap, dude. I'm gonna try to hammer a T45 in there. Just for the hell of it. Nope. All right, next, I'm gonna try a 6-point hex socket. What's that, 7:30 seconds? Oh, it won't fit either. Dude. Yeah. There's a little bit of life in there. Oh, let me try it again. Might be able to grab the inside ridges that didn't break off. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Big old nope. Just kind of hoping I could fit. Okay, 7 millimeters too big. Let's try 3/16. Too small. Oh God, it's like a 6 mil would probably fit. I'm gonna try this. This looks like it'll fit. It's probably a 6 mil. It's a 6 mil. This probably will strip too, but yep. Oh, dude, awesome. Awesome, dude. They use the cheapest bolts I've ever seen. Like I said, I've been taking out Torx for 25 years, and I've never had them actually break apart so easily on the actual bolt head inside the Torx. So it won't even turn. I mean, the crazy thing is it's loosened up. So like it's loose, but it ain't budging. Let's look at this guy next, I guess. See if, so I got one of these out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let's see if they talk about like something like made these extra brittle or something. Like they're really brittle. I mean, like I said, I've like so many Jeep Cherokees and Wagoneer parts are Torx. And I mean, I've had nightmare Torx, or the worst case is you hit them with the torch, PB blaster, but not on a brand new card. Like that just seems stupid. What are we at right now? We're at 23 minutes. I would have been done a long time ago with this whole thing. I know, I wonder if I could pry on this. All right, so the little bolts right here, the Torx, they're really cheaply made. I've never seen this before in my life. And I mean on Cherokees, a lot of the door Torx, the upper control arm bolts, stuff under the hood, stuff for the seat belts, they'll get covered in rust over 20, 30, 40, 50 years. My old Wagoneer is like 40 years old. Stick a Torx in there and give it some hell with a breaker bar, and it comes right out. You know, I mean, not right out, but you'll force it out. These, as soon as I put any pressure, the actual little teeth for the Torx inside the bolt just snap off like it's like cheap metal. Like they're not, like the bolts are cheap garbage bolts is the only thing I can think of, because I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen the Torx bolt just crumble into pieces like that. So I don't understand what's actually going on. All the bolts are like loose in the sense that they've backed off the mount. Like they're not, God, it's raining. I'm sorry, it's raining so hard. So I'm trying to do this in the rain. We got a metal roof, metal building, and it's super loud in the rain. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I even tried to put pliers on them and they won't even turn. And like I said, it's almost like they put Loctite on them, but the one I got off did not show any signs of Loctite. And I haven't gone through like a bunch of, you know, the rig's brand new. It doesn't have 30 years of rust like something like this might have, where, okay, yeah, it makes sense, right? Like 30 years of rust, you're gonna fight it with a breaker bar. But they were turning pretty smooth and then they just kind of stopped turning and the teeth broke. So I could drill them out. I could try applying some heat and then using I think I'm gonna try some heat next. I guess I should have tried that first, maybe learn from my mistakes. Even though there's no signs of Loctite on the bolt that I removed. Maybe it's like body filler or something. Like maybe it's like something else. Like maybe some bed liner got in the thread. No, because you could see they didn't tape it off. So, because the one I was able to get the one bolt out. I mean, I don't understand. Because like there's like some gray stuff on there. It almost looks like seam sealer. But I mean, I don't think it's seam sealer either. But whatever it is, it's like it won't allow these to turn. Like they just kind of stop turning, and then look at that guy. He's completely broken. Like it's just a cheap, like why did they not use a hex bolt? Like a 13 mil, 14 mil, 15 mil hex bolt. These look like M10 by 1.5, but they might be M8 by 1.25 thread pitch, I bet. Even if I get them off, I can't finish tonight because I'm gonna have to go buy some bolts tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's already melting the bed liner. Sorry. Yep. Well, don't try heat. So don't do any heat. It's just gonna melt the bed liner. Probably catch the bed on fire for that matter. I tried it for like half a second and it was already bad. I had a feeling it would be, but I, figured what the hell, might as well try it. Yeah, I'm gonna bust out some extractors and see if I can't figure it out. I've jinxed myself because I was like, this will be the first project on the Jeep or the Ford or Raptor that's, like a 10-minute project. Nope. Feel like that's deep enough to go for it. I said I'm being punished for a past life for this one. This is crazy. Okay, it's moving easily, and it might be because I drilled out the damn bolt. The bolt head just broke off. Okay. So that... Oh, I went pretty deep into it, huh? Okay. Well, that's not a bad thing. Let's see if we can get this off. How excited would anyone be to be using an extractor on brand new bolts for something as stupid as your bed tie downs? The other thing too I'm worried about that is there's tail light, there's wiring in there. I can't drill too deep into that one probably. This one maybe too for all I know. Yeah, I don't see any Loctite. The whole thing is wild. Let's see if this works. Oh, the bolt broke off again. Oh, dude. It might be red Loctited. I think I see some red Loctite, but you can't melt it off. Okay, I see red Loctite on this one. So there's red Loctite on there, but you can't use a torch because it melts. The torch will melt the bed liner. I showed that a second ago, starting to melt, like right here. So, what? Oh my God. I'm not trying to catch the truck on fire by melting all the bed liner and catching it on fire. And I don't want to breathe it in either, to be honest. It would be not Loctited at all. And if I Loctited these, at the most I would use would be a dab of blue Loctite. Is it coming? I don't know if it's coming or if the thing's. Oh, I think the extractor is just spinning. Oh, dude, I think the extractor is just spinning. I think that's Loctite. Oh, dude. Wow, this turned into like a huge project. Like, I literally wasn't expecting this. I thought it'd be done in 10 minutes. Ford screwed up big time on this one, dude. They should not have red Loctited these, and they should have used better bolts. I'm running out of options that are good options, and like I said, I'm worried about drilling through these guys because there could be wiring in there, and I just start to make my life totally screwed up. I don't know if I'm drilling into something else now either. I don't know if I've drilled. I might have drilled through the bolt. I don't know yet. I don't think so. Got it. This is the dumbest thing ever. Extracting brand new bolts. I probably screwed up the, I don't think I drilled straight. All right, so Ford screwed up big time. They put Loctite, I think they put Loctite, or they used the world's cheapest bolts, or they got body filler or something in here. So got 2 out of the 4 done. I'm gonna have to figure out what thread pitch they are, chase them, tap them, and go buy some hex bolts tomorrow. I'm not gonna use any Loctite because I'm not stupid. I don't see them rattling out ever. The freaking ratchet strap tie downs, like, come on, bros. Got my snap-on tap and die set, thank God. Why is there standard on this side? Where the hell's this metric stuff? M8 by 1 1/4 does thread on, which is what I thought it was, but I can't find my M8 by 1 1/4 tap, just the die. What's this? 7 by 10. Oh, dude, what the hell is on? So there we go. That's a nice, that feels like an even tighter fit. So it's M8 by 1 1/4. Great. So now I just got to find 4 M8 by 1 1/4 bolts and tap those holes. So yeah, they've made this into a huge pain in my butt. I got to first vacuum off all this stuff. At least we're done with the extractors now. Yeah, what a huge pain. Dumb. All right. And I need to put my protectors on there so I don't go too deep into the cavity. I think this one actually worked. Okay. That one came out, so I only got to tap these 2. So yeah, I guess I'm lucky. It's a matter of perspective. Hey, oh dude, I'm gonna have to go like M10 by 1.5, I think. Hopefully that bracket has big enough holes to accommodate M10 by 1.5. How does this go? So this guy goes like that, I guess. I'm gonna have to drill that out too. Great, so I'm gonna have to drill this out too. It's 5/16, so it's a hair too small. We want to go 11/30 seconds for a so we had to tap this upper hole to M10 by 1.5, which sucks. The bottom one I was able to tap again to M8 by 1.25. These other holes were good. For some reason, these ones weren't as bad as those ones. Now I just got to source bolts and then I can put everything together. Oh, God. How much time do I have left on this card? All right, I dug through all my spare bolt bins, which are over there, and dug up some M8 by 1.25 bolts, and I'm just chasing them with the tap to be extra safe. And then I had to tap one hole to M10 by 1.5. I don't know, after all the years of working on Cherokees, luckily I have lots of extra bolts from lots of rigs that I've had parted out and stuff. I can usually tell, not always, but usually tell for these common thread pitches that just by looking at these bolts, just by looking at this, I knew this was an M8 by 1.25. The one hole got drilled out a little too big when I was trying to extract it, so I got to do a M10 by 1.5. Fucking stupid. And this thing goes on like this. This literally should have been a 5-minute install. Okay. Some kind of chinga here. Okay. Basically just set this in. I mean, this is literally a 5. Okay. Okay. So it drops a lot. Okay, so we need to raise it. So the bracket needs to come down a lot. To come up like that. Cool. I don't see that thing holding a lot of weight, honestly. That's supposed to be a 5-minute install. And then I think this thing goes on somewhere. once again, back to the 5-minute part of the install, where this little tether, as they call it. So this thing actually doesn't do anything. Okay, so like right there. There's your tether. Yay, tether ball. Cool. Back to the 5-minute install. Yay, it's in there. Hopefully this thing's not too stupid. It's got cup holders, I guess, and put your tools here. So I truly believe that that should be like a 5-minute install. And it turned into like a 2-hour install because I had to drill out bolts, extract them, tap holes one size up, drill out one of the brackets to accommodate the new tapped bolt up top to M10 by 1.5. If you're gonna do this on your own, I would have fresh drill bits handy. I would have an extraction set. I would be ready to hit it hard because of all that. If it goes smooth and they don't load up your, if they're not loading up your bolts with red Loctite and they're not using cheap garbage metal bolts that just snap clean off. I've still never seen that happen once with a Torx bolt. It's super crazy. They all came out like 1/8 to 1/4 and then just stopped. And then all the little teeth in the Torx inside the bolt just snapped off. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking. I don't think it can hold a lot of weight because you have to kind of adjust it like when you're adjusting a door on your Jeep or something and you're trying to get the angles right so the latch goes in. Same thing on this. I had to tilt this all the way forward. You could probably notch the bracket, take it off, use like a rasp on a Dremel or a die grinder and just open up the holes so it can kind of rotate a little more. Because I'm guessing when I put weight in this, it's going to drop a bit, is my gut feeling. And then I need to check the locks, but the locks did work. Thanks for following along this week. If you can, watch another video, whether it's a Raptor video or Jeep video or wheeling video. Coming up soon, we're going to be bolting these on, but I got to paint them first. These are frame mounted rock sliders from Hot Metal Fab. Super pumped on that. Just got done doing a TJ44 swap. Got rid of this Dana 30. I also got to do the bed cover on this maybe tomorrow, so depending on weather. And then sliders at a later date because I probably won't paint them for a week or two. Yay, tap and die set. Who would have thought on a 5-minute project you'd be using extractors and a tap and die set? Where the actual teeth of the Torx side of the bolt actually just stripped out instantaneously. Never seen something so cheap all my life because I've been dealing with Torx on Cherokees and old Wagoneers for 20-something years and never had that happen once. And having it happen on 3 bolts on a brand new rig means they're using cheap products.